This is part two of my blah blah vlog. Whatever y'all want to call it, I'm calling it blah blah because it's everything. I'm just speaking on everything and how I'm feeling about right now. As I left off on talking about underrated sneakers and what everything that's going to be happening soon. So I left off with talking about my wife's Air Force Ones that we got for $20. She's actually worn them a couple of times, as y'all can see right here. But and y'all can see in the creases. But this shoe is so light. I mean, literally. Well, I can't compare it to these. These things are like freaking um, boulders. I don't know what they are, but when I wear them, I don't feel that they're heavy. I'm sorry to say, but foams are very comfortable, at least to me. Um, so we got these for like 20. It was like no 25.99. I remember. I'm correcting myself from the last vid. It was 25.99, and I got these for $80. They are Revolutions, which should have been in the top 10 of 2014, but sorry, I couldn't do it. Because there was one sneaker, which was the Air Bacon, that I wore so much. And I love that sneaker actually, and I kind of retired them for a little bit because I don't want to kill them. Who knows when they will release again? Um, so yeah, so that's gonna be a remastered one. Supposedly, there's rumors coming out, and I won't be surprised because it is like one of the most iconic Nikes, other than I'll put it back out there. Nikes other than uh, the Jordans that came out from Nike. What else? There's so much that it's just nuts. I wanted to speak on. Yeah. Oh, going to this. Going to say that why to give y'all a challenge. Actually, I want to give y'all a challenge, and actually, I've said it a couple of times. Sneakers to me are not just something to buy. It's something. It's my childhood. It's something that I love due to the fact that I couldn't really get when I was little, and I really wanted them. I wasn't really ever made fun of sneakers because I always had name brand sneakers, but they weren't, the hyped up at that time sneaker like, you know, foams. I did actually have foams, but I didn't get foams until like end of the year, end of like high school year and all that stuff. When I was doing my own stuff to make money and everything. Um, but well, let's just talk about it because I ended up getting my first true pair of Jordans on my own into the sevens, and I'm not gonna say what seven it is because it is a seven is releasing this year, and I'm not saying which seven is gonna release, but it is coming soon, and I'll bring it up. Y'all probably know what it is, but y'all see. Um, but yeah, so like this sneaker right here, I was not able to cop any of the sixes until I got married. Basically, no, I had a pair of sixes once, and I ended up giving them away or selling them. I don't remember. No, I traded them because I didn't like how I forgot what six was it. Trying to remember what six it was, but I don't remember. But it was a six I had. I've had at least borrowed or not traded. I guess we switched sneakers with a couple friends that were probably my size at the time because I went through a weird transformation. My feet transformed into weird sizes at time. There was times where I was wearing a 12 and then the 12 was actually too big for a little bit. It's like my foot was molding somehow. Was confused. I don't know. But I went one year, I was 11 and a half, 12, and then I was 11 and a half, 12 actually for 6 years. And then out of the blue, when I turned 21 or 22, I tried to put a size. No, it was no when I was not at 20, I was turning 21. My foot was like, "Hey, you gotta go to 13." I was like, "Shit." Okay, excuse my language, but I had to go to where's 13. Okay, so I'm wearing 13 for about a year or two. Then I went to 14. There it goes. I had to buy 14s. I think I had to start wearing a 14. I think when me and my wife got married, I found out I had to start wearing 14s. I'm like, are you kidding me? It was 2006. Yeah, I remember. It was 2006. Me and her, it was our first year marriage. I'm like, yeah, I'm a size 13. Let me go get these. And I'm like, what the heck? Why aren't these fitting? They should be fitting. And I had to get a 14. But yeah, so my feet has not grown then. Thank God. There was one time that I actually put a 15 on and it felt okay and good enough for me to wear. And I was like, hell no, take that away from me. And it was with the Camel phones. If y'all remember the ones that came out, I think 2012 or 13, the Camel ones. Not the fighter jets, the Camel phones. But yeah, so sneakers, man, don't just pick them out. I want y'all to go to the store, actually sit there and look at the sneaker. These sneakers are art, people. They're art, they're history, they're just nuts. Evolution. This is basically evolution. Because we went from a sneaker like this to a sneaker like this, okay, because this molds to your foot. And now supposedly Adidas is doing the same thing but with different ways. It doesn't have like a patent look, a patent leather look. They're doing kind of the memory foam looking thing too. And to stuff like this, which are super light now, even though it's based on a retro model. This shoe weighs like 1 pound, not even a pound. It's like an ounce. This thing weighs compared to this is like really. I mean, how can it's just dope. I'm waiting to find a pair that I really like, and I will cop a pair, but in a higher mid, not a low. I'm not a low type of guy. I do only own one low, and I showed y'all that. If y'all want to go see that low, go ahead and check the video before this. But yeah, so these shoes right here are just dope. Yes, most produced Jordan, I think, at the time. If y'all don't know, thanks to Jumpman Bostic, he put it out there for everybody to know that Tinker Hatfield did a lot of tricky little things to each sneaker. And matter of fact, on these right here, obviously right here, there's a 2, and then there's a 3. If y'all want to see it vice versa on the inside, y'all can see it probably a little better. 2 and 3. Which is nuts. I mean, you can't. These sneakers are just, they're art. In all honesty, the spoiler for the Porsche, if I'm not wrong, is just dope. I mean, the 14 was based off of Ferrari. The 5, a fighter jet. Stuff that Jordan liked. I'm not sure if Penny had any craziness, because if y'all know, Penny was the first NBA star to rock and have his own foam pods. Then a couple people rocked him. There was actually if history is, if I'm not wrong, to what I've heard, and Penny wasn't the first one to have Air Force pods. Actually, it was a college, and I'm not wrong, it's either, was it North Carolina? I know it was North Carolina or Columbia University. One of those. They had some contract with with Nike, who they gave the Air Foamposite Pro, and that they debuted it actually. But the first athlete to have a Foamposite and actually have one is Mr. 1 Cent Penny Hardaway, or Anthony Hardaway, whatever you want to call him. One of my favorite players. This sneaker, I just love it. Foam just grow and grow more on me every year. I'm just happy they're retroing them a lot now. Before it wasn't really seen much, and they were hard to find, in all honesty. Well, they weren't hard to find, but there's certain places that didn't have. When they started re-retroing foams, I was living in Orlando, So in Orlando, you don't see much foams because there's not that many people that like foams over there. They hit outlets once in a blue, but never my size. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, guys, take that challenge this year. I want to try to really check the sneaker out. Like, there's so many crazy sneakers coming out, and that I know they're gonna sit, and it's nuts. But that's really all I gotta say now, guys. There'll probably be a couple more vlogs out here that I'll be posting. Um, Let me know what's the most underrated sneaker or the biggest steal you've gotten in the comments below. Let me know. Go check out my Instagram and Twitter. Twitter. There's another thing I wanted to check with y'all. I want to make like a not a fan page, but more like a group page on Facebook, which would be for big and tall people and people who are up for the deals and bargains. I'm gonna be posting party bargains in there and help my big and tall people and my plus size females. We'll see how all that goes. Let me know. Give me ideas, guys. I told y'all last year I want to change the channel. I'm not gonna just be sneakers and Funkos. No, I want to help out my people. I have issues getting sneakers because I'm team big feet and clothes sometimes. We do have limited amount of colors, but yeah. So let's leave it at this, guys. Like I said, comment below. Go check out my other social medias, whatever you want to call Twitter and Instagram, HenryMister83. God bless. Later, guys.